Sorry.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Schultz, first call.
Yes, I'm pleased to see that we finally have passed legislation that should allow the beginning, at least, of the marina development. Let's just hope that it doesn't take Mr. Dillon as long to build it as it did for us to discuss it and pass it. Because let me tell you, the only thing that I've ever seen take longer in this city to accomplish is a finance system. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Salasi, first call.
Thank you. I am waiting on some copies to come down from upstairs from the clerk's office. So I will reiterate my concern over what Council just authorized, in specific 40708, as well as the construction agreement and the deeding over of this public property into private hands. Over the course of my several years on council, I have supported the assembly, the remediation, and the development at the Marina District. When Mayor Finkbeiner assumed office in 2006, he gave a very tight deadline to Pizzuti, after which point he summarily fired him and brought in the Dillon team. He has certainly given Mr. Dillon 3 times as much time as he gave Pizzuti. And even yet, as of Thursday, as of today, we were hearing different things from the law director, different things from Mr. Dillon vis-a-vis the disposition of 10.5 acres. I remember very clearly on Thursday, Mr. Dillon and Mr. Luck in agreement that 10.5 acres was going to be protected, that the city was going to be, it wasn't going to slip out of the city's control. They said that Thursday. Tuesday, well, it's just 2 days after that, 10.5 riverfront acres. How do we know that they're not going to use that 10.5 riverfront acres as collateral to secure the letter of credit? It's prime riverfront property. We just gave them the ability to do that. You just gave them the ability to do that. Let me correct myself. I believe that was wrong, and it's the wrong way to do business. No one is more impatient to see vertical development on the Marina District property. The last vertical development, the only vertical development to have occurred under the leadership of Mayor Ford, Director Carroll, and myself and others, with the when we started and got the financing for the marina and the marina building just north of the Acme plant. We've been waiting for private investment. Do my colleagues not believe that if the mayor and Mr. Dillon had a hotel chain or somebody to build these condos, that they wouldn't have been out already, having a press conference to announce this good news to the world? Of course they would. But we haven't had that announcement yet. And yet, we're going to go forward and spend money we don't have on a park. The park's going to have no impact whatsoever on a developer's decision, on an investor's decision to locate a hotel or condos. It's not going to matter to somebody who wants to make an investment in a hotel or condo whether we spend that $8.2 million for a park or a clock tower. That's not going to factor into their decision making. So it's very redundant to have even done that, to put the cart before the horse to begin with. I'm going to change gears. On Friday, I was very chagrined when I opened my packet and found a summons from the 6th District Court of Appeals suing the city of Toledo and members of council in our official capacity. I disagree with the law department's position. Obviously, we disagreed during the budget process. And what I have put before you and I'm asking for immediate consideration of I will ask for a roll call vote, Mr. President, is an ordinance that cures the lawsuit filed by the highly esteemed municipal court judges of the city of Toledo. I'm going to ask for immediate consideration on it. I asked council clerk to amend the ordinance we have in front of you to not touch the stabilization fund, but in fact to realize the savings through salary savings. Not 175 out of the budget stabilization fund, but 175 out of salary savings. But despite that, I'm going to ask for a roll call vote because I believe the city's position, the mayor's position, is wrong when it comes to security, when it comes to drug testing, and when it comes to, quite frankly, professional respect to our esteemed judges in Toledo Municipal Court. So with that, I'm going to ask for immediate consideration on this ordinance in front of you.
Councilman Collins.
Point of order, Mr. President, and perhaps the clerk could address this, but I believe during first call, the debate's not in order. Is that correct?
Mr. Correct. We call on each member, and they have 5 minutes to speak, and that's the...
Councilman Selassie made the motion, and we need to vote on the motion. Is that the correct order?
I would say that is correct.
Thank you.
I'll remind everybody, it takes 8 votes for immediate consideration. Clerk, call the roll.
Correct.
Let's let title.
We will number this...
Amendment is in order.
We will number this ordinance number 493-08. And Councilman Selassie, did I understand you do not want it from the budget stabilization funds this week? You want it from salary savings
Can
and
we amend it at this
fees?
point? Can we amend it at this point for salary savings?
You can. I mean, at some point I need to read something, and if you're saying...
Let's go with what we have then.
All right. Well, this is before you, ordinance 493-08, amending the 2008 general fund operating budget by increasing the expenditure budget by $175,000 for pre-trial service drug testing and court security for the Toledo Municipal Court pursuant to Toledo Municipal Court judgment entries of May 30, 2008 and July 11, 2008, authorizing a reduction of $175,000 of the general fund designated for budget stabilization, authorizing a transfer, appropriation, and expenditure within the general fund, and declaring an emergency. And just
Move for immediate consideration.
the motion is for immediate consideration, and it would take 8 votes for it to be placed before you and immediately considering this.
Councilman Collins.
Would the clerk please read the meanings of a yes vote and a no vote?
A yes vote means we are giving this immediate consideration. Now, whether we go further with it or if it's just, but it will essentially put it on the table, will be before council. A yes
Thank
vote.
you.
A no vote means it would not be immediately considered. Roll call.
Taranto?
Yes.
Schultz?
A no vote means that you don't want to consider it immediately, right?
Correct. Correct.
No.
Sopcich?
No.
Selassie?
Yes.
Winooski?
Yes.
Webb?
No.
Ashford?
Yes.
Brown? Collins?
No.
Copeland?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
McNamara?
Yes.
Motion failed.
Continue with first call.
Okay, I'll, my understanding, I move to have this on the next agenda.
Correct. If that's your desire.
It is. That completes my first call.
We will continue with first call. Councilman Winooski.